A bad feeling about this. It goes all the way down to the stomach. Start like a snack, and you'll end up with a ride down the intestinal canal. That's too close to the end. Look at you, all pooped out. From this point on, there's no way forward but going back in. Bruh.
Welcome to another video. I'm Good, and this is Biomutant. A game that was first announced in 2017 and set to release in 2018, which obviously didn't happen, so then the devs decided it would just be a great idea to not say a word for like 2 years, at least from what I can remember. It was dead silent for a while except a random gameplay teaser and a planned 2020 release, which also never happened. Then finally, in January of this year, they gave us the May 25th release date, and they actually followed through this time. After finally getting my hands on this game that I've eagerly been waiting on for years, I've been having a blast running around slicing up bad guys with the neckbeard holy weapon. I've only made it up to and beaten the first world eater so far, but it has been pretty fun. I know a lot of people have been super rough on the guys that made this game, and to be honest, with good reason. I mean, it took these guys years to release this damn thing, and they're charging AAA price for it. Honestly, it could use a little more work.
That's a huge bitch!
Like the melee combat, for example. It feels like there's just no impact or weight to your swings, and the dialogue being over the top in its naming of quote-unquote old world things, like elevators being called uppy downies or guns being called spark metal. Like, I get it, but you don't have to nickname every fucking thing you come across. Also, having some actual dialogue from other characters that doesn't sound like a conversation with Banjo and Kazooie would have been great. I'm all for having a narrator and even translating some lines for NPCs, but some actual understandable dialogue without the narrator's 2 cents would have added some much needed engagement for the NPCs in this game. Especially when, say, you're talking to Mort from Madagascar and he wants you to join his faction.
Once we're over the wall, go for the males first. The children we can sell, and the women. The women.
The game is still fun, however, with how seamless the combat can be at times when you flame dash into a group of bad guys, transition to a flurry of katana blows, then leaping back out of harm's way while simultaneously unloading a magazine with your...
I like it, cut G.
You get moments of just feeling like an absolute badass. Speaking of makeshift weapons, the crafting and modding of weapons and armor is kinda cool.
Take it, Kronk. Feel the power.
Oh, I can feel it.
It's not too in-depth, which might turn some people away, but if you just want something simple, while also being slightly impactful, you just want to slap some saw blades on a plunger and just start whacking guys. There you go. There's also the mutations and genetic abilities, which are pretty cool on the surface level. I just really wish they had done a little more balancing on and made some of these powers feel a little more useful. Make you feel like a little bit more of a badass. Like the flame dash, it looks cool. It says it does fire damage, but ultimately you're just power sliding into a group of bad guys and leaving a trail of warm air like you just farted in their direction, and it's just a minor inconvenience for them. You do get some cool utility things though, like a mushroom you can plop down, springboard off of, which is very useful for exploring, traversing the map, or just fucking with the dipshit AI of some of the enemies. Also, Mothmouth, bruh, if you're ever having a hard time in combat, this is an amazing ability that they just throw at you essentially for free early on in the game. And it makes some of the most annoying fights super easy. You spit some toxic vapor trail at a bad guy and it'll start bouncing around between the enemies. And all the little guys will start fighting each other. It's just, it helps, you know, when you're trying to fight Rocksteady and Bebop, you don't want the entire Foot Clan poking you in the ass with their pointy sticks. Lastly, the world is beautiful in this game. The art style is great, the sceneries are great, and I hope it continues to be great. I've still got a lot of this game left. I'm barely scratching the surface here. And with all that said, I still think it's a decent game. I've been having fun playing it. I don't think it's worth dropping a full $60 on in its current state, so maybe try and wait for a sale. I'm pretty sure when I pre-ordered it, it was only $40, which is a much more comfortable price for this game. I really can't give the game a score, if we're being fair, you know. But if I had to give it a 1 out of 10, just from what I've played so far, 6.5. I do plan on coming back with some final thoughts when I beat the game. And if it just continues down a path of mediocrity, I'll probably drop that score down to a 6. Or if I get some neat little surprises, makes the game more fun, bump it up to a 7. This is barring the factor of it might just swing wildly in one direction or the other and be higher or lower. Anyways, peace. Wait a minute, this seems familiar.
As the truck swerved, a metal canister bounced out of the back. It smashed open, releasing a glowing ooze which covered their bodies.